Please, before we begin, take a second to like, share, and subscribe. I stay up late writing and sharing these real horror stories so you don't have to experience them alone at night. If you enjoy getting chills, your support means everything. Trust me, this one will keep you up tonight. It was exactly 2:25 in the morning. I was at my laptop, mindlessly scrolling through random stuff. Only a few more hours until I had to get ready for work. My body felt tired, but my brain was still wired. I leaned back, cracked my neck, and debated whether I should just go to bed. But hours of Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube kept pulling me in. I somehow ended up doing what I always do when I'm bored, switching back and forth between Facebook's homepage and inbox. I grabbed my Pepsi for a sip, but it spilled a bit and dripped onto my keyboard. Panicking, I wiped it fast with my hoodie sleeve. Man, I really have to stop eating and drinking near this thing, I mumbled while brushing crumbs off the keys. Don't judge me. You've probably done it too. After cleaning, I noticed the search bar on my screen was filled with random letters, thanks to my messy cleaning. I almost searched my name again for fun, but then I thought maybe I could still catch 3 hours of sleep before my shift. As I was about to close the laptop, a strange small box popped up in the corner of my screen. It was white with a red frame. Bold text blinked. This link will disappear in 60 seconds. The timer below started ticking. 60, 59, 58. I rolled my eyes. It had to be a scam, right? One of those shady sites promising a free iPhone or asking for your credit card. But as the timer ticked down, 40, 39, 38, I got curious. I moved my mouse to hover over it, then paused. What if it was malware or some FBI trap? I started closing the laptop, but then I hesitated again. What if it was real? A chance to see something no one else has. What if I miss it forever? That thought messed with my head. I opened the screen again. The timer read 5, 4, 3. I clicked. A new tab opened. A dark video began buffering. At first, all I saw was a shadowy figure and a red light blinking in the corner of the screen labeled live. It looked like a person sitting still. Was this a live stream? Hello, I said. Hello, hello, hello? My voice echoed through the speakers. It sounded like when someone turns their phone volume too high and your own voice plays back to you. But the person on the screen didn't react. They just sat there, still, not moving. Then, out of the shadows, I noticed another figure standing in the background. At first, it didn't move. Then it started rocking back and forth in a very weird, unnatural way, too strange to be human. My heart beat faster. The figure suddenly froze. Then its head twitched sharply to the side, again and again, faster each time. The person in the front still hadn't moved. It was like they didn't even notice. Was this some sick live stream? Dark web stuff? A prank? The twitching figure began slowly walking forward, getting closer to the seated person who still didn't react. My chest tightened. Why weren't they moving? I wanted to scream, to warn them. But the video was too dark to make out much. Suddenly, the twitching figure crouched down behind the seated one and disappeared out of view. I leaned forward to try to get a better look. At that same moment, the figure in the front leaned forward too. It copied me. My stomach dropped. The screen wasn't showing someone else. It was showing me. I looked at my webcam. It had a little green light glowing. My camera was on. I wiped the dust off it quickly and looked back. That figure on the screen was me. It wasn't a video call. It was a recording of me sitting there. Oh, that shadowy figure. That was real too. Then the screen went black. I froze, everything suddenly making sense. I made 2 big mistakes that night. First, I clicked the link. Second, I looked under my desk. If your heart's still racing, you're not alone. Stories like these are why I stay up at night. And if you're brave enough to want more,